Once again, a very warm good evening to each and every one of you.
His name is Mukesh Ambani. He is among the few prominent and influential figures in India, ranked the 10th richest man in the world. There is a lot to talk about this tycoon. The likes of not born in India, college dropout, buying Arsenal football team, his expensive residence Antilia, gifted his wife $62 million jet, etc. Since it's just the beginning of this interesting story, don't forget to subscribe and press the red button for notifications. Ambani was of 4 children of Dhirubhai Ambani. Dhirubhai and his family lived briefly in Yemen, where life was very tough for them. So he decided to move back to India in 1958 to start a trading business that focused on spices and textiles. At the beginning, it was almost impossible. Why? The company faced serious challenges as it operated out of one-room, rented office space. After few years, the business improved the family's financial status, although lived in a modest 2-bedroom apartment in Buleshwar, Mumbai. But Ambani still lived in a communal society, used public transportation, and never received an allowance. In his interview on Rendezvous in 2012, Ambani, the richest man in India, says as a child he remembers coming home from school to sit with his father for hours, watching him making business decisions. He also discloses how his mother, at the time, played an influential role, saying, "My mother. She is an accomplished lady who taught me and my siblings wisdom, tolerance, generosity, patience, and responsibility towards not only our family but the entire nation too." His father, Dhirubhai Ambani, later purchased a 14-floor apartment block in Colaba, where, until recently, Ambani and his brother lived with their families on different floors. Are you still curious on who is the man we are talking about? Absolutely, yes. Let's continue with the story. In 1980, the Indian government under Indira Gandhi opened PFY, polyester filament yarn, manufacturing to the private sector. Ambani's father applied for a license to set up a PFY manufacturing plant. Obtaining the license was a long drawn-out process requiring a strong connection within the bureaucracy system because the government, at the time, was restricting large-scale manufacturing, making the importation of yarn for the textiles impossible. To make it clear, Ambani, at the time, was a graduate chemical engineer from the Institute of Chemical Technology in Mumbai. Let's continue with his father's struggle. In spite of stiff competition, Dhirubhai was awarded the license and Ambani was pulled out of University of Stanford, where he was taking MBA, to work with his father in the company. Ambani was treated as a business partner by his father, so he was allowed to contribute even with little experience. After his father suffered a stroke in 1986, all responsibilities shifted to Ambani. Sadly, his father passed away in 2002, and it elevated tensions between family members. Family conflicts emerged due to the fact that Dhirubhai had not left a will for the distribution of the empire. So, their mother intervened to stop the feud, splitting the company into two, Ambani receiving control of Reliance Industries Limited and Indian Petrochemicals Corporation Limited. Under his control, Ambani spearheaded Reliance's ventures into new areas, moving the company from its textile roots into new segments. Ambani directed and led the creation of the world's largest grassroots petroleum refinery at Jamnagar, India, which had the capacity to produce 660,000 barrels per day, 33 million tons per year, in 2010, integrated with petrochemicals, power generation, port, and related infrastructure. Most of Reliance's success has not come from innovation but rather by utilizing the most advanced technologies and systems to implement a dynamic supply chain to achieve significant economies of scale. Interestingly, at the age of 24, Ambani was given charge of the construction of Patal Ganga petrochemical plant when the company was heavily investing in oil refinery and petrochemicals. We are now talking about a chair and managing director of oil at Reliance Industries Limited, one of India's most valuable companies. The Reliance conglomerate is now a presence in various segments of India's economy, including refining, oil and gas, petrochemicals, telecom, retail, and media. On the side, we are talking about the richest man in India, according to Forbes' new list of April 2022, with a net worth of a cool $86.6 billion US. From what was reported by Bloomberg, Gautam Adani, who was at the top spot in India's list of billionaire, moved up to number 2, while Azim Premji dropped to number 17 from number 2. Not only in India, but also Ambani is one of the richest men in the world. As of June 2022, he is the richest man in Asia, and the 10th wealthiest man in the world, according to CNN Business. Before that, as of October 2020, Ambani was ranked by Forbes as the 6th wealthiest person in the world. Do you remember how he surpassed Jack Ma, executive chairman of Alibaba Group, to become Asia's richest person? He is also the wealthiest person in the world outside North America and Europe, according to what was reported by Financial Times and CNN Business. In its report of 2015, China's Hurun Research Institute also claimed that Ambani ranked 5th among India's philanthropists. Through Reliance, he also owns the Indian Premier League franchise Mumbai Indians and is the founder of the Indian Super League, a football league in India. As far as we can remember, in 2016, his Reliance Jio Infocomm Limited launched its own 4G smartphone brand named LYF. This sparked a price war in the hyper-competitive telecom market in India. By then, Ambani was ranked 36 in a Forbes magazine's list of richest men in the world. Jio Infocomm Limited offer free domestic voice calls, highly affordable 4G data services, and smartphones that are virtually free in nature. This strategy helped the company reportedly sign up 428 million customers. Few months later, it was India's third largest selling mobile phone brand. Last month, Ambani announced a $25 billion plan for launching 5G mobile internet services in the next 2 months. High-speed internet will be launched in major cities such as New Delhi and Mumbai and then in the rest of the country by the end of 2023. Free domestic phone calls, inexpensive data plans, and nearly free smartphones have made Reliance a significant player in the industry. Mind you, Mr. Ambani still owns an unlisted entertainment business empire, including a joint venture with Hollywood film producer and director Steven Spielberg. Moreover, his passion in sports made him titled the world's richest sports team owner by Financial Times after purchasing IPL cricket team Mumbai Indians for $111.9 million in 2008. The story is not ending there. As of February 2018, Bloomberg estimated that Ambani's personal wealth was enough to fund the operations of the Indian federal government for 20 days. Additionally, his Reliance Group has been achieving success through its investments in the Middle East, most notably in the UAE, where its headquarters are located, with business activities focused on producing gasoline, kerosene, distillate fuel oils, residual fuel oils, and lubricants. According to World Bank projections, the Indian economy was set to contract by more than 9% during 2020 to 2021. Yet, Ambani's wealth increased by $22 billion. Apart from his company, Ambani has also been a member of various committees, chairman and board of reputed companies at different times. He has also served as the chairman of the board of the Indian Institute of Management Bangalore, India's premier management institute. What the secret behind his success? All of us, in a sense, struggle continuously all the time because we never get what we want. The important thing which I've learned is how you do not give up because you never succeed in the first attempt, he replies. Mr. Ambani's family consists of his wife, Nita Ambani, and 3 children, of which Akash Ambani and Isha Ambani are twins and the youngest son is Anand Ambani. If you think Ambani is not the lavish spender, you are wrong. His family live in Antilia, a private 27-story building in Mumbai. The 400,000 square foot building in South Mumbai valued at $1 billion and was the most expensive private residence in the world at the time it was built. According to Economic Times, an entire skyscraper of 27 floors requires a staff of 600, fitness instructors, security team, etc., and it includes 3 helipads, a 160-car garage, private movie theater, swimming pool, and fitness center. Mind you, there is a snow room too. The family had it added as a reprieve from India's relentless summers. There, they can recharge under constantly falling artificial snowflakes. In 2012, his wife Nita said that the building is the only property Ambani owned. But it was not true. The billionaire owns a luxury hotel in London. The hotel currently operates as 49-bedroom property with a 27-hole golf course, 13 tennis courts and 14 acres of private gardens according to various reports from India. There are other reports that he also has a tourist hotel in New York. Clearly money isn't a worry when it comes to spending on the finer things in life. On top of that, it may take unaccountable years for Indians to forget what the tycoon did in 2007. What did he do? He gifted his wife Nita Ambani a $60 million Airbus A319 for her 44th birthday. From what Mumbai Mirrors reported, it has a capacity of 180 passengers as also includes a living room, bedroom, satellite television, Wi-Fi, skybar, jacuzzi, and an office. Recently, Anant, the youngest of the three children, was in the news as Ambani purchased an $80 million house for him in Palm Jumeirah in Dubai. Anant is a popular face in the Indian Soccer Premier League. Apart from that, it is not a secret that Ambani is also the founder of the Indian Super League, a football league, and is listed in Forbes as one of the wealthiest sports owners around the globe. However, Ambani is one of the India's businessmen whose close relationship with Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been questioned. They reportedly been accompanying him on official trips to foreign countries so they can close their own business dealings, expanding their companies, and growing their own fortunes. In early 2019, a court in Mumbai held his younger brother, Anil Ambani, in criminal contempt for non-payment of personally guaranteed debt Reliance Communications. Instead of jail time, the court gave Anil a month to come up with the funds. At the end of the month, Ambani bailed out his younger brother, paying the debt.